So President Trump ended Kamala Harris' Secret Service protection security, right? It was something that Joe Biden extended for her to, use that resource of Secret Service protection. Social Nurse here, thank you so much. Many think that it's an act of revenge that President Donald Trump ended the coverage of protection, right? I'm not surprised that our President Donald Trump ended her protection, because Donald Trump, you know, he goes after people that have been offensive towards him, that he believes, has done something to undermine him, right? And we know that Kamala Harris is the failed Democratic candidate that ran against him. It had a lot to say about him politically, right? And about things that are going on or had gone on with Donald Trump. Listen, I'm not surprised by this, but Kamala Harris is a multimillionaire. And I'm going to say shame on Karen Bass for having the LAPD to do this coverage for her, right? And that did not end long, because the LAPD union announced that coverage was over. They were not and are not protecting Kamala Harris, right? The union pretty much said that it was nuts that this was even implemented and suggested, right? They are happy that those officers are back on the street. Now listen, who's going to step in next? Probably Gavin Newsom. I was reading that it's a possibility that he could have highway patrol officers step in as protection for this lady. Listen, I wish Kamala Harris well. I don't like progressive policies, nor do I like the extremeness of some of the Republican policies. I fall in the middle here, but she's wealthy. I believe that she has enough money to hire her own security guy or person or team. I don't know. I'm sure as a public figure, she has safety issues. Concerns about safety, because there are individuals out here that are untrustworthy. They're out here doing anything and causing all kinds of harm towards other people. I think this lady is wealthy enough to hire her own security person or force. I think so. But if Gavin Newsom wants to step in and assign state highway patrol people to this lady, Kamala Harris, that is what it is. That would be up to people in the state of California to be upset about that, right? California is its own beast out there. It's not a state. Listen, I would not want Gavin Newsom. Is it Newsom or Newsom? As president. I don't want the country ran like the state of California. As a matter of fact, I think he would have to make some changes if he were to run for candidate, as a presidential candidate, because I think he's too progressive out there to meet the standards of most Americans. I don't think he would be a good president for the country if he were going to run America similarly with the, I just don't think he would be a good president, right? And at this point, I don't know who would be. I don't see any good candidates out there. I do not see good candidates out there. But as for Kamala Harris's protection, again, hire someone, social nurse.